Welcome, superheroes. My name is Professor Sackett-Taylor, and you're registered for my class, Econ 201, Intermediate Microeconomics, this coming fall. This is a course that I have reimagined and redesigned to teach microeconomic theory through a lens of superheroes and villains. Now, you don't need to have any prior knowledge of the superhero universe. You don't even really have to like it that much, but I do hope that you'll be open to having fun with this content in this upcoming semester. I wanted to share my syllabus with you in advance so you can feel prepared to get started right on the first day of class, and so that you know what you've signed up for. So this class is going to meet twice a week in person on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2:15 to 3:30 in the afternoon in Wilson Hall 402. This course has a prerequisite of Econ 102, or the equivalent, Principles of Microeconomics. It's also good to have a really strong foundational knowledge of algebraic concepts and two-dimensional graphing. I will review math concepts as they come up, but you'll do the best in this course if you feel pretty strong in those areas to begin with. Now, my objective in this course is really just for you to have fun with the content and to begin recognizing economic applications everywhere in your day-to-day life. If I can make an entire course on microeconomic theory be applied to superheroes, then certainly microeconomic theory is literally everywhere. The learning outcomes that I'm proposing that we work towards are the following. I would like to practice reading comprehension and note-taking. I'd like to work on our creative thinking and our reflective writing skills. I'd like to practice giving and receiving feedback, because this is an important skill once you begin your professional life post-college. And finally, we will also work on enhancing what we can do in terms of quantitative analysis and interpretation. Now, you'll notice none of these learning objectives mention specific economic content anywhere. That's on purpose. I'm really trying to think of educating you as the whole person. I'm trying to prepare you for what life is going to throw at you after college. Now, some of you may become economists, but odds are most of you won't. So how can you get the most you can out of this course and use it and see it as meaningful in your life? That's why my learning objectives are based on hard and soft skills. For this course, there are two things that I need you to purchase in advance. You can go ahead and in this email where you found this video, click on the links that I've provided to Amazon Prime to order these things right away. No need to wait. The first is our primary textbook. So we're not going to be using some boring old textbook. We're going to be using this book, which was written for the layperson, just a general audience, by my friend Brian O'Rourke. It's called Why Superman Doesn't Take Over the World: What Superheroes Can Tell Us About Economics. You will need a physical copy of this book with you in every class. So go ahead and make your way over to Amazon to purchase it now. I won't be ordering this to the bookstore because of the markup. The other thing that I'm asking you to have is a very specific notebook. Why? Well, I have my reasons. One of them is because it makes it easy for me to tell when you have the correct materials with you in class. Second, it's a composition style notebook, which means that things don't get ripped out of it ever. So for these reasons, I thought, well, if I'm going to ask you to find a composition notebook, let's all have the same fun composition notebook. So I found this one on Amazon. You'll see that inside of this notebook, it's just a regular notebook with lines. And this is what you'll use to work on problem sets during class. So go ahead and go over to Amazon and order yourself one of these. Those are the only two things you need for my class. It shouldn't cost you more than $30 total to have these two items. All right, the course format. I've broken this course into 4 modules, and each module is broken down further into 3 week-long units. The first module is going to be a review of what we learned in our Principles of Microeconomics class. And you can see here that I've provided you with the exact dates and activities that we're going to be doing in class. So there's never any guessing on your part. I really love consistency here. So you'll see that my weeks don't go from Tuesday to Thursday, but instead they go from Thursday to Tuesday. And that's to give you enough time between those 2 classes to work on the associated assignments for that week. So the first module is a review of our economic principles broken into 3 units, which will approximately take the month of September. The second module is where we'll jump into consumer theory, and we're going to use Wonder Woman as the background for all of our learning. You'll see here that module 2 is also broken into 3 units spanning approximately the entire month of October, with 1 class built in as what I'm calling a classroom community day. This is going to be a day where we play games and do some writing and discussion to help us get to know one another and feel more connected as a class. After that, we'll move on to producer theory, where Spider-Man will form the foundation of our learning. It's also broken into 3 units spanning the first half of the month of November, leading up to Thanksgiving break. We'll start our 4th and final module in the week leading up to Thanksgiving. I want to note here, we have a class that will meet on Tuesday, November 22nd. And during that day, there will be assignments completed in class. So if you're already making your travel plans for Thanksgiving, please make sure that you are not leaving before our class on that Tuesday. This 4th module is my favorite. It's game theory. And this time I'm choosing a villain to lead us through the foundational learning, the Joker, one of my favorites. So you'll see also in module 4, I've built in another classroom community day, a day for us to work together. And by this time we know one another, but really think about how this class is informing our long-term goals and aspirations. During the final exam period, I will need you to be on campus. Our final exam period is the 2 hours from 10:10 to 12:10 on the Thursday of final exam week. So it's not too late in the schedule, and I hope that everyone can still stick around because we'll be doing one-on-one conferences to talk about how this course went and how your semester was overall. So let's break this down even further. Every unit lasts 1 week, Thursday till Tuesday. And in every unit, there will be 4 assignments given to you. 2 of these assignments will be completed independently on your own time outside of class. And 2 of these assignments will be completed in collaboration with your peers during class time. So while I will not be counting attendance towards your final course grade, attendance is necessary for passing this class because 2 of the 4 assignments every week happen in class. The first assignment is that you'll be given a chapter, 1 chapter every week to read from this book and to take reading notes on. The reading notes will be submitted in Play-Doh as evidence of your effort. I'll be providing you with a formatting template and the grading criteria for how I will evaluate this assignment. The second assignment is a written reflection. In class, I'll be providing you with a short article related to the concepts that we're learning about and a writing prompt. You'll have an opportunity in class to read through the article, make notes or an outline, talk with your peers about your ideas, and ask me questions. You'll then have the 5 days between Thursday and Tuesday to write a short reflection based on the writing prompt that you're provided with. Now, these assignments, although they're done independently outside of class, will be submitted in Play-Doh and shared with your peers. That's because the third assignment is a peer review. Remember, I said that one of the learning outcomes I'd really like to work on is the process of giving and receiving feedback. So you'll submit your writing to me in Plato, and then I'll print them out and bring them to class. In class, you'll engage in a process of peer review, where you'll actually read other people's reflections and evaluate them based on a rubric that's provided to you. The fourth and final assignment that's going to happen every week is a short set of exercises that are quantitative in nature, meaning mathematical, right? We can't get away from that in economics. There'll be math, graphing, figures, and interpreting data. This set of exercises will be provided to you in class so you can work together as a team with the other people at your table. You'll be expected to record your own solutions in this notebook and hand in the notebook to me for evaluation. I'll provide you with an answer key and the grading criteria that I'll be using to evaluate. Now, some of you who have taken classes with me before know about classroom currency. This is something that I invented a couple years ago and has really been a hit with my students. I bring tickets like the ones pictured here to class with me, and I hand them out to people who are showing preparedness and participation. So that means showing up on time, bringing the books that I ask you to bring, having finished the assignments that you were supposed to finish, and participating actively in classroom conversation and problem solving. I'll hand out tickets throughout class time to the people who are showing preparedness and participation. And then you can use these tickets to purchase a pass on any one of these unit assignments. The rules that I'm applying to this is that one unit assignment will cost you 5 tickets of classroom currency. You can only buy a pass for one of the 4 assignments in any given unit. And over the course of the semester, you'll max out at 10 passes. So this might be what you've been waiting for me to talk about all this time. How are you going to be graded? Well, let me tell you, I've been teaching for about 15 years now, and I've certainly been going through an evolution in terms of the way that I think about assessment and grades. I've come to the conclusion that the traditional method of grading is really unjust and sets certain people up for success while it sets others up for failure. We all come into this class with different lived experiences and different amounts of knowledge and skill sets. It would be unfair and unjust for me to compare you to one another and expect each of you to meet the exact same criteria for grading. That's my opinion. So you will not be receiving any traditional grades in this class on any of the assignments. No letter grades, no number grades. The way that this is going to work is that each assignment will receive an evaluation of one of the 4 following categories. It's either missing. This means that this assignment, nothing was submitted before the deadline. Missing assignments can be submitted late as long as you talk to the instructor, that's me, about why you missed it and the amount of time that you realistically need to complete it. If you miss an assignment that's done in class because of an absence, in order to submit that assignment late, your absence has to be cleared by the Dean of Students. An assignment could receive the evaluation of a category of incomplete. These are assignments that are submitted by the deadline, but have components missing or are in the incorrect format. Incomplete assignments can be resubmitted at any time up until the end of a given module. So that's 3 units long, 3 weeks. Your assignment may receive an evaluation of complete, but requires revision. These are assignments that are complete, submitted by the deadline, but do not meet all of the grading criteria. Complete assignments that require revision can be resubmitted at any time, as many times as you want, up until the very end of the semester. This is because I believe that we learn best by repetition, by doing things over and over again until we get it right. We can learn a lot from making mistakes and correcting them. So that's why any assignment that you've submitted to me, complete and by the deadline, can be revised and resubmitted as many times as you want. Finally, the check plus of evaluation is that your assignment is complete and it meets all the grading criteria. It was done by the deadline And the grading criteria that it meets will be explicitly defined to you for each of these assignments. These are assignments that receive full credit. So for each assignment, it'll be evaluated into one of these 4 categories: missing, incomplete, complete but needs revision, or complete and meets grading criteria. You'll receive this evaluation as well as some qualitative written feedback from either me or a peer reviewer in class that's based on a rubric of grading criteria that you've received in advance. So there's never any guessing about what it is you're supposed to do or how it's going to be evaluated. That will be very clear. So at the end of the semester, you're going to submit a portfolio to me of all of these assignments. And then we'll sit down together one-on-one for a short conference to talk about the semester, for you to show me what you've done, and to talk about what course grade you believe that should earn you in this class. Here are the guidelines for final course grades. You actually get to choose your course bundle. I want you to think hard about the amount of time, energy, and resources that you have this semester and what you're able to give to this class. Based on that, you're going to choose a course grade bundle that is associated with a certain number of assignments complete and that meets grading criteria each unit. So remember, I said each unit has 4 possible assignments: reading notes, a writing reflection, peer review, and quantitative exercises. A grade bundle of A is earned by having all 4 assignments evaluated as complete and meeting grading criteria in all units. So 4 for 4. A B means that 3 of the 4 meet grading criteria in every unit. A C, 2 of the 4 assignments. A D, 1 of the 4 assignments. And an F means that 1 or more of the units has 0 assignments that meets grading criteria. So in this way, it's really your choice. You get to choose how you use your time and energy in this course, and how many assignments you want to complete, and how many assignments you want to revise and resubmit in order to get to the point where they meet grading criteria. So this is meant to be really flexible and allow you to set your own goals and work towards achieving them incrementally, remembering that all assignments that are submitted by the deadline can be resubmitted and revised as many times as you want to do that. So this may be atypical, and you may not have had a course that's graded this way, and there are probably a lot of questions that come up for you. So I welcome those questions. Please email me in advance with any questions that you might have, because I want you to feel really calm and comfortable arriving in class on the first day, ready to take on this course. At the end, I really just want you to know that my goal as an educator is to see you as a whole person and help you work towards the goals that you want to work towards, that you set yourself. I am hoping that by the time the semester ends, you will have enhanced some of the skills in these 4 areas, which are reading comprehension and note-taking, creative thinking and reflective writing, giving and receiving feedback, quantitative analysis and interpretation. Now, of course, we all come in at different levels in terms of the skill set we already have in these, and that's okay. I'm not going to expect that you're an expert in any of these areas. The point is that I'm going to walk you through this, and we're going to do lots and lots of practice in each of these 4 areas so that we're incrementally, in small ways, always improving on what we have currently. So that's what you need to know for this class. In the meantime, between now and September 6th, which is our first class period, I want you to purchase the 2 required elements for this class. That's this book and this notebook. That's it. But I need you to have them as soon as the first day of class. So go ahead and order those now. Like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I want you to feel really confident as you begin this class. I'm really excited. I get to teach this class approximately every 3 years, and it's by far one of my favorites because I took something that can traditionally be a fairly boring class, and I think made it really fun. I'll tell you, I was not a total superhero geek before this class, but it's really creative and fun to spend energy thinking about all the ways that we can see economics in almost any storyline. So that's it for now. I hope to hear from you if you have any questions, but otherwise, I look forward to meeting you on Tuesday, September 6th. See you then.